Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not
Hi guys, good morning. By the way, this morning I'm trying to dress up to go for a hangout, right? It's supposed to be one hangout that my work colleagues have planned for another of my work colleague who's going to be leaving the team. So I'm really not supposed to be going, but this is me trying to formally introduce myself to the team because I'm new to the team as well. I'm like 2 months with them. And also, I'm trying to make a statement because, guys, to be fair, I'm just being vain. Me going for this hangout is me being vain. I'm trying to make a statement because, to be fair, I feel like my work colleagues think that I'm homeless because you need to see Walk Me. Walk Me looks like she's suffering. Walk Me looks like, she's into slavery. Leaves, I don't want to be here. I just want to be at home. Work, I don't know. Every time I go to work, I look at myself and I see a reflection of myself and I'm like, am I suffering? Are they suffering me? Are they forcing me to do this job? So yeah, I'm being vain by going for this hangout because I'm just trying to just let them know that I'm not really suffering. No, if I have my way, I would not like to work, but I have to work because I have to fund the lifestyle, right? But despite the fact that I'm trying to be vain, I'm not trying to overdo because I don't want to get there and be overdressed, but I just want to just to make an impression and just let them know that I'm not suffering, I'm not depressed or I'm not homeless. No, to be very honest, even home me, like homebody me, is better than work me. Work me just gives, I don't know. I don't know who that girl is. But yeah, Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 11:34 a.m.
It's 11:34 already and the event is by 12. But yeah, I need to hurriedly do my makeup. I'm not doing too much, to be fair, guys. In fact, I want to do the simplest makeup I've ever done in my life. I want to attempt it today. I just want to not just go plain with my bare face. So I just want to do a little touch of makeup, but I don't want to go overboard. If by the end of this makeup session I end up going overboard, somebody should arrest me, carry my hand and arrest. But yeah, I don't want to go overboard with that. But while I'm doing my makeup, I promised you guys, yeah, in my last video, the video before this one, I did say I was going to rant about my trip. So while I'm doing this makeup, I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be ranting about this Jonda trip because, guys, I think that's why I'm still not packed yet, even though usually I pack last minute. But part of the reasons why I'm not packed yet is because these guys sucked out all the enthusiasm or the joy for this trip. So now I'm just like, bleh, I just want to go and come back and I'm just going to spend another money for another country that I'm not even sure if they want me to be there or whatever. All that stressed me so much. But yeah, let's start my makeup first before we go into a full run session. I don't think I've done a makeup session in a while, but shout out to All Things Cardi, my love, and my special greetings to you. And this makeup session is dedicated to you, even though it's not going to be a full-on makeup session. But I know you did ask for one of my videos. You did comment and say I should do a makeup video. I don't know when this video will be up. This video will be probably up 1 year after that comment that you made. But yeah, I hope that if you do get to see this video, this makeup session, this part of this video is dedicated to you. But yeah, let's get right into the makeup session. So right now I'm just going in with my foundation. I already started. I'm using the wrong brush. I'm using my yeah, this doesn't really work for me to talk while doing my makeup or doing anything productive because I easily get distracted. Probably have undiagnosed ADHD. God forbid that. But yeah, I already did my skincare though before I started this video. So yeah, I'm just going in with my foundation now. So talking about Jordan, right? We started planning. It's currently May 2025. I'm stating the date because I don't know when this video will be up on my channel. So it's currently May 2025 and we started planning for this trip. I'm going to be traveling with my friend Chioma, by the way. We started planning for this trip January. Basically, we've been talking about for the last 4 years we've known each other. We've literally been planning trips. We have our DMs are filled with unplanned, so many activities we've planned that we've actually never done, but it's not our fault because there's always something. And then we used to live in the same city now, and I moved for uni. I moved because I had to take up a course, and she moved because of job and all those things. So yeah, it was just time difference, and time did not allow us to actually plan all the many things that we planned to do. So this January, I was done with school, right? And we're like, oh, let's definitely plan something. And we started like, oh, let's go to this country, let's go to that country. Some of the countries we considered to take long time to get visas. We wanted to go to Georgia, but then there was a fight or a war, I don't know, but there was something going on at that point, and we decided that we would not go to Jordan then. And then we decided to go to Jordan because Jordan was visa free, or is visa free for UK residents. And so we booked our flight and everything. Guys, you will not believe, after booking our flight, we found out that we actually have to apply for a visa. And this time around, like, the only reason why we choose Jordan at that point, because we had other options. We wanted to go to like other places. I can't start listing them because we're still going to go there together. So let's not ruin the fun, right? So, but then it was just too many commands. We wanted something very easy, something that would not make us want to lean back against our first actual plan that we're actually going to do, right? And then we started the whole Jordan thing. And after booking our flight, because we wanted to book the flight early so that it will not be too expensive if we leave it for later on. And we booked our flight, and they said we have to pay for visa. So, by the way, I've got some concealer, contour, and blush on my face. My contour and concealer is LA Girl, and I'm also going to use the, what's it called? I'm also going to use the Health Concealer as well when this has dried. And then my blush, I'm using the Sheen blush and Revolute blush bomb as well. So back to what I was saying, right? And then we started, so it was the quest of searching for where to apply for our visas, or how to apply for our visas, because apparently the only reason why we needed to apply for visas were because we were Nigerians. So other people who are UK residents that would need to travel to Jordan apparently do not actually need a visa. But the clause or the downside of it is, as far as you are Nigerian and you want to go to Jordan, you definitely need a visa regardless of your residency, because apparently Nigerians have a reputation in Jordan, and so there are just limitations to how you can travel or whether you can travel to Jordan. So it was a quest of looking for how to apply for this thing. And then me being me now, I'm a very resourceful person. I'm the kind of person you want to have. This is never me bragging or trying to boost my ego. Yeah, this is just plain facts. I'm the kind of person you want to have in your corner if you need something sorted. And me being me, I had to like go and start searching for how to apply for the visa. And I found the site to apply for the visa, but we could not even apply straight because, again, we are Nigerians, so we cannot apply directly on the... So it's not... Sorry, I keep saying it's visa-free, but it's not visa-free. It's supposed to be visa on arrival. But then even with the site, we still could not apply for the visa. With us being Nigerians, we have to find locals or travel agents in Jordan that will apply on our behalf. And then I finally found someone, again, with me being the resourceful person that I am. And we finally found someone who was going to do the visa. But now, mind you, this visa costs what? Less than 40 Jordanian, whatever it is, their money is, sorry. I'm not trying to be offensive here. But less than 40 Jordanian money, if we say it like that. So their money is way more higher than UK pounds, so that would be like around £50-ish, thereabout. But then we ended up having to pay like what, more than times three per person for this visa, because we had to pay local travel agents, right? And then mind you, when we made this payment in January and I made this payment using Revolut. This is me telling you, do not make any international transfers using Revolut. And the person did not get this money until the end of March, the first week of April. So basically more than 2 months for the agents to get this money. So meanwhile, all this time, my money was stuck and the visa was not done. But finally, when they received the money, they finally did the visa and everything. That was just literally 2 months of me stressing about visa. And I'm like at this point, it was a case of, if not that we had booked our flight, we had booked our accommodation, but obviously with accommodation, we could get like refunds. But we being budget travelers, we usually book like the strictest of the strictest flights. So it was a case of, if we have to cancel our flight, we would literally not get refunds. And this flight was not cheap. Like, it was like over 200 quid, or about 200 quid for the flight. So it wasn't a case of like we were just going to forfeit the money like that. So we already made a commitment, and at this point it was a case of, let's get the visa so that our flight money will not waste. And me, I've not gotten to the point where I would just vex and be like, you know what, F it, I'm going to just fashi the flight money and I'm going to cancel the trip. Anyways, we got our visa, but you know what? We still had to pay for, so there's something called the Jordanian pass. That is about 75 or 85 Jordanian money, which is about like roughly 90 something pounds. Remember I said that the visa is visa free or visa on arrival. So when you buy the Jordanian pass, which also gives you access to all the tourist sites, then you do not have to pay the visa fee anymore. But because we've already paid local travel agent for the fees, we still had to buy the Jordania pass because that is what will give us entry to all the visa sites. So literally we paid times 4, more than times 4 of what it would actually cost us just to get the visa. And I'm so pissed about it because I'm like, if not because we had already booked our flight, it was a trip that me personally I would have cancelled. Mind you, my graduation falls somewhere in between this trip, so I'm going to be missing my nursing school graduation, my second master's graduation, and I'm not very happy about that. But not just that, I'm also missing out on, like, I have some other things. I have some friends doing certain things this week that I'm supposed to be there for, and I'm going to be missing out on them, even though it wasn't really planned because this trip was already planned prior to that. But I'm like, for all the stress that it's been giving me, it's not really like worth all of these like cancellations and whatnot. And mind you, the foolish airline that we booked has been frustrating our life as well, like cancelling all the flight, like not cancelling our flight, changing the itinerary of our flight. So we're supposed to be in Jordan for 9 days. Now we're going to be in Jordan for what, 7.5, I will call it, because I don't even know. But the airline that we booked, Wizz Air, because we're looking for cheap alternative to British Air and Jordania Air, Royal Jordania, we had to book Wizz Air. And they've changed our flight twice, and it's still not even the time for the flight. Like, I'm not even be surprised if we get there tomorrow morning and they say, hey, God, let me not use my mouth to say bad thing. But I'll not be surprised if we get there tomorrow morning and they say that they've changed the flight again. I've sure told you people all the story and I've not finished my makeup. Let's pause here. I'm just going to spray this makeup and just to set it, and so that when I'm blending, it's going to give a flawless blend. And I've done that using the iconic London Glow Spray. And I'm just going in now after that as dry. I'm just blending in with my fluffy sponge. And normally I would actually use a brush, a blending brush, to blend my concealer in. But my last makeup routine I've not used like a sponge in more than 6-7 years for my makeup, to blend my makeup per se. But then my last makeup routine, I decided to use a sponge because I don't know why. I don't know if it's something wrong with my base, but my makeup keeps breaking despite using all the go-to or highly recommended setting sprays. But then I used a sponge and it came out really flawless. So I'm probably going to stick with this routine for now until it stops working for me again. But yeah, I'm blending with my sponge. I'm just going to apply my second layer of concealer, and while I'm doing that, I think one takeaway I want you to have, or one thing I want to just say while I conclude on this visa issue is, this is definitely the last time I will be going to a country that I feel like doesn't want me. I already feel like the whole visa application process, regardless of the country, plus UK or plus all of Europe or plus US or plus Canada or literally everywhere, I just feel like visa application process is very humiliating. And this is why I really like the work that I don't know if you know her, Ama Sinobi, the lady who just attempted to travel around the continent for the fastest time. And this is why I really like the conversation she's literally having regarding passport discrimination and visa applications and all of those things, because it's really just shameful that in big 2025, I understand, to be fair, from the perspective of these countries, I understand why they are trying to like make strict immigration rules or strict tourism rules and all those things. But sometimes I just feel like some of these things are very unnecessary or very humiliating. Have you ever applied for a spousal visa? If you want to know that the visa application process is humiliating, do well to apply for a spousal visa. And the only thing that they will not ask of you is a visual representation of you and your partner making love, just to confirm that you guys are actually partners. But it's actually just shameful that we still have to go through these processes of countries discriminating against certain people or certain countries and saying we don't want you. to be very honest, this is going to be the last time I'm going to stress myself for any country that doesn't want me visiting them. Like, even with Europe now, you will hear that you apply to some countries, and even with providing like relevant documentations, they will still stress you, they will still deny your visa. Mind you, most times when they even deny your visa applications, it's not like your fees are refundable, and then they will not tell you that you should appeal, which like the appeal fees usually are like usually massive, and it's just crazy. So this is definitely going to be the last time I am going to a country that does not actually wants me. I don't think I will go the end to ever get any country's visa anymore. Currently, I'm trying to plan a trip to another place that actually need visa, and it's stressing me out because I'm supposed to make that trip with my partner. I've managed to find an application date for myself for my biometrics, but I can't find one for my partner, and it's just crazy. And I'm like, it's just visa application, it cannot be this stressful. Mind you, it's been 2 months or a month and a half now since I've been rigorously, I don't know if that's the right word, but since I have been dedicating all of my time to actually look for an appointment time for the two of us, and I managed to find an appointment time for myself, but I can't find one for him. And I'm like, our trip is barely 1 month away. Our flights have been booked, hotels have been booked, tourism have been booked, everything is booked, but we can't find an appointment date. And the thing with these countries is, especially European countries, you literally have to book everything. So it's not a case of, oh, you have to apply, and if you don't apply, you just cancel your trip. You have to book all of your flights and your accommodation and everything just to prove that they need to give you the visa, and it's just really shameful. So that is it about my rant for visa application. I feel like that has already taken 20 minutes, more than 20 minutes out of my time, but yeah, we're just going to use the rest time now to do my makeup. This is probably all of the base I will be doing for my makeup. I'm not going to be doing my eyebrows, but I'll be using some, what's it called, brow gel, just to like set my brows, and I'll show you that. But literally, let's just swift through the remaining part of this makeup process. Enough of me ranting, and I'll catch you guys when I'm about to leave the house or when I'm done with this makeup session. This is the second time I'm baking with Revolution translucent powder, and I think it's really that girl. I really like it. I'm still yet to try the, what's it called, Easy Blur. Is it by NAS? I'm still yet to try it, but this one is working for me right now, and I really love it. Are you seeing the seamless base it gives? Like, it's giving flawless, and that's why I really love it. I've just tried it. This is the second time, but I'm sold out. I am sold out. Yep. So just to give my face a bit more definition, I'm gonna be going with this Magic Trio. This is Clayt Bronzer, Clayt London. It's wiped off now, but Clayt London Bronzer, and this is the blush and highlighter from Revolut. I'm such an orange blush girl, to be fair. I'm not really a pink girl blush, so I'm going to be using one of my orange eyeshadows as well for my blush, just to give it more definition. I'm not sure you can see it well, but from my mirror I know what I'm seeing, and yeah, it just gives this very seamless base. I'm now going to go on with the Revolution eyebrow gel, just to set my brow gel. Again, like I said, I'm not really going to do too much with my brow gel, so yeah, let's just get into it. Set that with some powder. Now I feel like I'm already getting into the mood of actually drawing my brows, but yeah, I just wanted to give it some light strokes as well. And lastly, just to add some shimmer to my eyes, I'm just gonna use this Bobbi Brown long wear eyeshadow stick shimmer. It's literally nude, so yeah, I'm gonna be using it, and I will just dab that into my eyes just for some glow, and then use my hands to blend that in. Hopefully this is still me keeping it natural. I just needed some glow. No one has ever died from glowing a little, right? and we're just gonna be putting some nude lipstick on. And the star of the show, if you don't know what the star of the show is, I spent years of my life not being a lip gloss girl, and now that I reflect upon it, I'm like, how? Because lip gloss just takes your makeup look to the next level. I'm sorry. I'm using the Plump Maybelline brown lip gloss, which is very spicy. Not really very spicy, but it's spicy. I'm not going to line my eyes because again I wanted this look to be very natural, so I'm not going to line my eyes. Neither am I going to be wearing lashes, which is very rare. I don't think I've ever done my makeup without wearing lashes, maybe once or twice, but I don't think I've ever done my makeup without lining my eyes, so this is very new for me. But yeah, like I said, I really wanted this to be a no makeup or the simplest makeup I've ever done. But I'm going to go in with this mascara. I'm really not a mascara babe, by the way. I don't really do mascaras most times, but because I'm not wearing lashes today, we are gonna be doing some mascaras. Hopefully we're not going to smudge, because like I said, I don't really do mascaras, but let's just hope that I don't smudge this. Oh my god, now I actually understand mascara supremacy. Look at the difference between this and this. Like, my lashes are out already. This has to be my no makeup look now. This looks fantastic. I'm going to try a different angle for my camera because I feel like the light is reflecting too hard and you really cannot see like all of the composition, how is it said, but you cannot see all of the, you know, gang of the makeup. So I'm going to try and see if I can dim the light a bit or switch off this light. But yeah, I am not going in with any more powder. I'm just going to dust off some of the bits I have, just so my face is not giving cakey. But yeah, this goes for my no makeup look, I guess. Probably took longer than I was supposed to take because this is not my usual routine. This is very different from what I normally do. But yeah, I think I really love how simple it came out. Still going back in with my Revolute highlighter. I'm gonna put some glow on my nose for the shine effect. And lastly, we're gonna go with our glow spray again to set all of that powder in. Some of this as well, the famous Charlotte Tilbury spray. And last but not least, the star of the show, the small but mighty, this girl right here, she did try for me, she did try. So because we do not want a makeup that will be breaking all day, we're going to be going in with this as well. It's a 36 hour long stay. It doesn't really state, I've never tried 36, but it does the job to an extent for me because my face, yeah, this girl does the job to an extent. So and that is how you know that you've done a proper spray. If you're not coughing, then you've not sprayed enough. I said I was gonna make my room a bit darker so I can show you guys my look. But yeah, this is the final look. And if I just say so myself, I look good. But you know what? I smell even better. But yeah, I'm all dressed now. I'm so vain. I know I'm so vain. I'm gonna turn the light up a bit so you can see me better. But yeah, this is me. You guys know this dress. I've worn this dress before. I think in my Albania vlog, yeah, I was wearing this dress. But yeah, and this is my hair, by the way. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It's currently it's 5 minutes after 1, guys. 5 minutes after 1. So literally I'm 1 hour late already. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna grab some drinks and I'll catch you guys when we get to where we're having the hangout. I think it's gonna be a picnic anyways. So yes, I'll catch you guys at the hangout. Let's go.